Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is. How is everybody doing? Excellent. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to talk about logos and branding in the Milwaukee Bucks.
We got a little bit lucky with ownership coming in. They said, we really want to put a transformational stamp on what this organization looks like and is. We don't want people to look at this as the same old Bucks anymore.
What I did is basically, we have about 5 people who can really sketch well in the office. I was like, for the next 24 hours, you're gonna do as many deer as you can. It has to be tough. It has to look modern.
Did they literally not sleep? Did they draw deer for 24 hours straight?
Well, you have to remember, we're all sports fans, and all of a sudden you have like, wow, maybe my drawing can make it to something, you know. So all of a sudden there is like that extra motivation. But we were like, oh, there is something towards this. And if you go to the next one, I was like, okay, like, this is what we're going to present, right? One important thing that the ownership told us is they wanted to have an industrial feel that reflects the city. It's super readable, it looks tough, it looks kind of, you know, minimal, but it has an athletic vibe without being varsity, and we felt it looks good with the city. And if you really want to have an impactful branding, you have to go very minimal. Our point was like, okay, let's build something timeless.
We did start from re-educating and retooling this brand on a level of, hey, we're reminding people that this is a championship team. This is really a basketball town, and basketball is in our DNA, period. And it's time to kind of get back to believing.
The brand isn't reliant on what happens on the court. It's how do we tie our legacy to the future? How do we reconnect with the city and really feel authentic? You know, how do we create something that we're not going to have to design again in 10 years, but feels like it could have been with us throughout? How do we use that to start framing what we want to talk about in the future and getting back to where we want to be?
Thanks, Bill. Kimou, thank you so much for traveling to Milwaukee. Dustin, great meeting you. Awesome. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks, Adworkers. Thanks, AIGA.